Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Sarcasm Speaks. We are Jared and Bob, and this is episode 700 for us. So this is like we mentioned a couple episodes ago. It was like a day ago, it feels like for us. But a few episodes ago at this point, we laid out sort of the future of the show. We were going to hit pause for a little bit on episode 700. So I wanted to just give a quick note at the top of the show as a reminder. So um, you won't hear from us for a couple weeks. It's just a little bit of a break for now. It's not forever. We just got to get some shit together. But that said, now that we got that covered, um, I had a thought that popped up the other day as we were talking because it all stemmed from, I think you were the one that it was either you or Jones that sent the Mount Rushmore of like classic video games. Um,
Uh,
and
yeah, I think yeah, don't I don't remember. It's all right. We talked
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
I
we
don't
talked a
sent it.
lot about it actually. Um, so we were talking about that, right? Obviously, there's some great video games. Um,
Well, that one was all N64. That was that
okay, that's what it was. Okay, yeah. So then a conversation continues. We're talking about some other games, whatever. Um, and we are talking about how there was Madden, and then there was the shit. What was the one in the 90s that wasn't Madden?
one. Oh, was that Quarterback Club?
Yeah, Quarterback Club. Yeah, that's right. So there was Quarterback Club. Obviously, there was NFL Blitz, right? That was big. There was NFL 2K, right, was the thing for a little bit
Yeah,
in the early
ESPN on
2000s. Yeah,
that.
ESPN, yeah, 2K, NFL 2K, whatever. Um, so we're talking about that, right? And then obviously that brings us into arguably the greatest video game ever produced, which is MVP Baseball 2005. And I had made the comment and it just kind of spurred something in me that I was like, well, wow, like that feels pretty true. That I think, in my opinion, right, EA, right, Electronic Arts, ruined sports video games back in the early 2000s. So, reason being, is for anyone that doesn't know the history, right? I don't know. Well, I was going to say if young people listen to the show, you shouldn't. But at this point, you could probably be 25 and still not know what we're talking about. So, um, for to add some context there, we used to have multiple video games, right? There was, like I just said, we said Quarterback Club. There was John Madden football. There was ESPN 2K football. There was ESPN 2K Baseball. There was MVP Baseball through EA Sports. There was MLB Blitz was another one.
What did Griffey have?
Yeah,
Griffey
there was
Baseball?
Ken Griffey Baseball. That was on N64, right? There was a lot of different companies that would do different sports, right? Or I'm sorry, the same sport, really. So you would have multiple options to play different games.
I had a weird baseball one too. I think I had it for the Dreamcast and Kurt Schilling was on the cover.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I had this at Kurt Schilling on the Diamondbacks.
My Heat?
Yeah, high heat. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, MLB high heat. Holy shit. That's a good recall. That's that's
You know,
fucking impressive.
something of a retard myself.
Yeah. It's funny because as soon as you said Kurt Schilling, I remembered Kurt Schilling in the Diamondbacks uniform on the cover, and it was high heat. All right. Wow. Well, there you have it. So
What did I do earlier today?
yeah,
No clue.
yeah.
Do I remember High Heat Baseball from 2003? Sure
Yeah,
do.
sure do. Um, so yeah, the fact is, right, the point that I'm trying to make is we used to have options, right? There used to be this plethora of different video game companies that used to make these games, so specifically sports, right? Um, so then Electronic Arts changed the game in, I think it was 2005, actually. In 2005, EA Sports signed an exclusive rights deal with the NFL, meaning that EA Sports was now the only video game company that was legally allowed to produce an NFL football game, like a fully NFL licensed football game. So there could be other ones, right, that like didn't use real names or whatever, because I think they did make a couple more NFL blitzes, but they just weren't real people. Like they were just whatever. Um, so EA, right, signed that deal. And then things started to get weird because they chose to hitch their wagon to the NFL, which at that time wasn't as big as it is now, but it was certainly on the come up. I mean, not that it wasn't popular, it was still popular, but in 2005, I would say baseball was more popular than football, even though it might not have been by much, but it was still probably there, just barely hanging on. So what happened as backlash from that, right, is the company, whoever the parent company is for 2K Sports, turned around and decided to sign an exclusive rights deal with Major League Baseball. So I believe in 2006, MVP Baseball 2006 was the last MVP Baseball to come out. Um, was that the one with Albert Pujols on the cover?
I do not know.
Yeah, I know. Well, 2005 was Manny, and I know Pujols was on one cover too. It might have been '06, and that was the last one that was ever made by EA Sports because they fucked themselves. They signed the exclusive rights deal with the NFL, so 2K turns around and signs the exclusive rights deal with the MLB, and after that, sports video games took a downturn because the problem is, right, and anyone that plays video games or has played over the last 2 decades knows the old adage that the only thing that changes in Madden every year is the number on the cover, right? Like for years and years and years, like they never really made their game much better. Like, sure, the rosters were updated and people would be like, oh, you're paying $75 for a roster update, right? Like that's it's been they've been shredded for years and years about that for not really improving their game. Now, I will say over the last couple years, they've done a lot better. And I think this year in particular, a lot of people are saying that they actually did change quite a bit. But it took them 15 years, right? Or actually, no, I'm sorry, 20 years. It took them 20 years to get people to the point where they're actually willing to give them credit for making improvements to the game. Um, so yeah, I mean, Madden got really bad for a while. I think from like probably '07 to like 15, the game really didn't fucking change at all. Um, and then 2K Sports was just bad. Like 2K Baseball was just a bad game. And then again, they had no competition, so they had no reason to try and improve their product. So it just continued to be bad forever. And I, I don't know. I think I saw somewhere that the NFL was going to let their license lapse, like they weren't going to renew with EA Sports. But I don't know if that's true. And I wonder, part of me wonders if, because I feel like I saw that announcement either last year or the year before. And I wonder if that was the impetus for EA Sports to actually make this year's version better. because the NFL was like, yeah, I think we're going to open it back up for competition.
So this is the video, and admittedly, I'm not nearly smart enough to understand what I was watching, so I stopped watching it. But the guy was going through how in Madden in 2006, they what's the fancy word everyone likes to say for like all like the technology behind something? Is it UX? Is
Yeah,
that what everyone
user,
likes to
that
say?
stands for user experience.
Oh, okay, maybe it's not UX then. Well, I guess it indirectly did UX, but whatever. So it's like
The UI, the user interface.
maybe. Again, I didn't understand it, so I all
Yeah.
I can do the guy put it in a little bit of retard, but he was way too smart. So Madden in '06 and before, which if you can remember, that was probably close to peak Madden,
Yeah.
close. And it was definitely peak NCAA.
Yeah.
Um, so what happened was the technology meant there was a circle underneath the player with the ball. And that circle is what controlled everything that was going on. So obviously there was no visible circle, but
Right.
that's what it was. So it's like if you hit spin, it would spin based on that circle. If you hit juke, that circle would juke.
Right.
So while you're watching and playing the game, it made a lot of logical sense because it's like my person should hurdle or spin or juke, or if I go this way, or if I shake,
Right.
it should all do that. But I don't know what year they changed that. And they got rid of the circle underneath and got it more into like a more humanistic type thing.
Okay.
But without humans, that's why like Madden always had these crazy glitches.
Yeah.
And you would be like running just like running back, running the ball, and there would be like this crazy arm tackle out of nowhere. And it's like, how the fuck did that guy get me?
Yeah.
And that was part of it. So I think too, anyone that's been playing long enough, I know that was fucking 20 years ago that they stopped doing that shit. But like from a video game perspective, yes, again, it was probably less quote unquote realistic. But as you were playing the game, the things that happened in the game were what you would expect to happen based on how you controlled
Right.
the play.
Right.
Um, and I don't know if they've gone back on that, but I did find that to be a little bit interesting. Obviously, if anybody knows anything about video games, you might be sitting there being like, yeah, no shit. But I'm like, I don't know anything because I haven't owned a system since a PS2, and I probably haven't played an actual video. I mean, we had something in Mansfield.
Yeah.
Like I didn't regularly play video
Yeah. We
games.
bought a 360 for $50 during the pandemic.
Right. So if it wasn't for COVID, I would not have played a video game probably since college.
Yeah. That was the one, I think, was that me and Jones one time? We were up until like 5 a.m. playing video games.
Was
Because
Jones at the
you,
house or were you guys fucking was Jones there? I don't remember.
it was some,
He
was
must
it,
have been.
was, yeah, I feel like, I thought it was me and Jones. I could have sworn. Um, we were playing golf. I think we were playing like PGA, like Tiger Woods PGA, like
Say,
something or
because
other.
no one. So here's the thing: no one else would have stayed up with you until 5 because they would have went to bed or they would have passed
Well,
out.
because you remember we were going to bed and you were waking up to go to work.
It was like a 1 hour difference.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think you guys got up. I think I got up at 6 and you guys went to bed at 5.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hashtag pandemic life.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought maybe I mean it could have been Vinny, but I'm pretty
You might
sure
have
it
been
was
on the fucking
Jones.
phone with them, dude.
Maybe was it Dicky then?
I mean, that's very. I mean, dude,
It could have been Dicky.
he lived
Yeah,
in the house.
yeah. I don't know. I just
I
remember
don't know
me and
because
someone.
Was Jones at the house in like pandemic-ish times without his wife? I don't think so.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
But it's certainly possible because it could have been before guys' weekend. He could have came to the house and then we all went down.
True.
Nope, we
Yeah.
did that. We definitely did that in your house.
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember.
I remember the situation though. It was me and one other person playing video games until 5 a.m. And when we went to bed, you were getting up to go to work.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, I mean that makes sense, right? From the user interface, standpoint. Also I looked it up while you were talking. Wouldn't you know, my hunch was correct. The exclusive license with the NFL expires in 2026. So there's this year's Madden, and next year would be the final exclusive rights
Yeah,
game.
then it's open
So they're obviously trying to make the game better so that,
in assholes.
yeah, yeah. So this year and next year will be great.
Yeah.
They'll renew the license and then it won't change again for 10 years.
And that's the thing. Ultimately, the NFL doesn't care about the quality of the Madden game, so
Right. They
they'll
just
just
want the
sign.
money.
They want the whatever is
Yeah.
the highest bidder.
Yeah. Yep. That's funny. Good guess on my part. Good thing for being cynical.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean that was like my thought, right? Was that effectively EA Sports ruined sports games.
Yeah, and I think unfortunately no one's really hurting right now. I think EA Sports is doing fine.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, I was gonna say for so then for the consumer, it's like without competition, why get better? Which clearly they didn't for a while,
Right.
or based on what you told me, they didn't get better for a long
I
time.
think they did it with basketball too. I
I
think
don't know what the fuck
2K,
happened. 2K, they were competing for a minute.
yeah, NBA Live was actually a pretty good product. Like I used to play that game a lot. I used to play both NBA Live and 2K. Um, and I think 2K also signed a deal with the NBA too, which I feel like then EA turned around and signed the NHL because I know the NHL has had EA Sports forever.
So NHL 2K5, which was another one of those ESPN games, had one of the best things in a video game. Just multiplayer, you and another one, fantasy draft.
Oh wow.
And you could draft your own teams. And I remember just like wasting so much time with that. And I would always take Pavel Datsuk one, and Fudge would always take Kovalchuk. And I could never let him. I forget if Kovalchuk was a lefty or a righty, but whichever one, if he moved towards his forehand along the blue line, if there wasn't someone in front of that shot, it was going in. It was like every fucking time.
That's funny.
And then for some reason, I don't know what it was, but like I always had the best success with Thomas Vokoun in goal.
Oh
I don't know
God.
what the
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it was about Thomas Vokoun, but
Was it Sharks? Did he
so
play?
at the time it was probably Predators.
Okay.
I don't know if he did play for the Sharks. I believe he had a cup of coffee with the Red Wings at some point. I could also be thinking that because I just mentioned Pavel Datsuk.
Yeah, so I just looked it up. He played for the Canadians, the Predators, the Panthers, Capitals, and Penguins.
Yep, so that was 100% made up.
Yep. So not the Red Wings and not the Sharks. Good.
Nailed it.
Uh, he's only 49. He retired 11 years ago.
2014, my man.
He
NHL
retired in
2K5.
2014.
NHL 2K5.
Yeah.
I also think that that came out during the lockout. So there was no hockey, but there was a
Yeah.
hockey game.
Yeah.
And it also came out at a time NHL '03 was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And that has a Jones, that has a sneaky good soundtrack too. NHL '03 was fucking phenomenal. And they changed something in NHL '04 was god awful. I don't know what the fuck they did. It was terrible.
NHL '03 was so good that I forget what year it was. It might have been NHL like 15 or 16 or something. It was when we were living in Bridgewater still. So it was probably 15 or 16. Um, like the game, right? I would have been, 16 or 17 that we were there. But NHL '03 was so good that whatever year that was in that game, they had a subsection of the menu. Like, you could play mini games. Like you said, 2K5. Yeah, 2K5. It was, you could do the fantasy draft. Well, in NHL 15, let's call it, they had a mini game where you could play NHL '03.
NHL '03 was fucking, that game was awesome. You turn the gameplay all the way as fast as it'll go,
Yeah, yeah,
like the fastest speed. And guys would get on hot and cold streaks. I don't know how many years they actually did that for, but when Jeremy Roenick was on a hot streak, he was a 101 player.
yeah,
It was like unbel that Flyers team was fucking sick.
yeah,
And off
yeah.
the top of my head, I don't quite know exactly who it was, but Roenick was the best player in the game.
My buddy met Ronick
Local
a
guy.
couple weeks ago. He played golf with him out in California. Um,
He found him in that's so I was gonna say, oh, down in Pembroke or something. Nope,
yeah, no,
found him in
no,
California.
yeah, in San Diego or the area. So there's a weird story there. One of the GCs that we work with, they somehow partner with Jeremy Roenick, or Roenick is involved with them in one way, shape, or form as some sort of like partner executive thing. I don't really know how it works, but he's affiliated with this GC that we work with. Um, so my buddy played with the guy that we know that works there, and he called Jeremy Roenick to come play with them. So the three of them went out to go play, and he was telling me that Roenick was like, "Yeah, you fucking New Englanders are insane." He goes like, he sold his house in wherever it was, Marshfield or Pembroke or wherever he was living. He doesn't own the house anymore, so he moved out of New England. But he goes, I would look at a tee sheet at Pembroke Country Club, which he's the owner of, and he's like, in the middle of fucking January, the tee sheet's full. And he goes, I don't understand. He goes, I just leave the courts open all year round because you fucking psychos just want to play all the time. And my
Yeah.
buddy's like, well, yeah, I mean, the weather sucks. So when we get one day where the weather doesn't suck, like we want to go play golf. But it was kind of funny just to hear Ronick like talk, like, oh yeah, fucking people are crazy. So I also didn't know that Pembroke was one of the clubs that was open year round.
In Europe, but I don't. I don't even know, dude. Like Pembroke's such a weird place. I live close to it, I think,
Yeah,
and
kind
I
of.
have
But
no idea where Pembroke Country Club
you
is. I played,
simultaneously live close, but also not close.
because I don't think you can live close to Pembroke.
Yeah, the only way you can live close to Pembroke is if you're
Is
in
being
Pembroke.
there.
Yeah.
And I've played like four times at Pembroke Country Club, and I have not the slightest clue where the fuck it is located.
Dude, it's such a weird town. Like,
Well, it's the only four times I've been to Pembroke
right.
is to go to the golf
I mean,
course.
everyone knows where Plymouth is, right? General vicinity, right? And then everyone knows like Marshfield, right? And then people
Yeah, kind
typically
of.
know like Situate and Hingham and Hull, like those
Well,
areas.
yeah, because it's at the end, but I was gonna say like Hingham, Cohasset, Situate, Hanover, Norwell, those could all be the same fucking place for all I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. But I'm saying like people know the general vicinity. Dude, I've been to Pembroke a million times. I've been through that area, over to Plymouth, into Kingston. I have family that lives in Kingston. Like I worked in Situate and Hull and Katuitt and that whole area when I was at Compass back in the day. Like Abington too. Like I was in all over the South Shore. Dude, I can't even tell you where Pembroke is. Like on a map. There's no way. Like I know where Kingston is, right? And I know it's close. I know where Halifax is. Obviously, like we went to Bridgewater. I lived in Bridgewater for so long. We were in Halifax quite a bit. Yeah, I could not drop a pin on a map and tell you where Pembroke is. I can circle like a region and be like, it's
I think you got to
here.
go through Hanover to get to Pembroke.
Yeah,
Because the
sure.
thing is, like, I also don't know the difference between Hanover and Norwell.
Yeah.
Like, dude, is someone was saying, so there's a restaurant, it's called Alba on 53. Because he was like, he goes, I think I want to get smashed here and then have a good dinner tonight. I go, all right, well, where are you going? He lives in Dorchester. He goes, Alba? I go, what the fuck is that? He goes, on 53. I go, okay, I live near 53. He's like, yeah, it's in Norwell, whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. I go, I have no fucking clue what we're talking about. Turns out, not only do I know exactly where it is, uh, the Induja Pizza store is next door, owned by the same guy.
Yeah.
And it is 3 minutes from the market basket that I go to once a week. All of these things are about 16 minutes from my house. If you go the back roads, it's about 10 if Route 3 is clear.
Right.
And I'm like, man, I got no fucking clue.
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue of things that are even actually near me. Now, be it I'm not from here, I didn't grow up here. I know nothing about where I am. I found the town hall for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's only been 10 months and I found the town hall.
Did you need to actually do something or did you just
Nope,
happen to be
drove
driving
by it.
by? Yeah.
I was driving by it. Forget why.
I don't even think I know where the town hall is in Weymouth.
Well, I'd love to tell you, but I have no clue how I got there. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I and where the fuck was I going? This makes no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. I must have been going to Hingham, but where was I coming from?
I don't know.
Couldn't have been my house. Had to have been my house. Where the fuck else would I have come from?
Yeah, I mean, basically, to me, anything past Hingham and like Situate, yeah, like past Hingham, Situate, Abington. Like if you draw a straight line through those three towns, beyond that, don't care.
Okay, I actually don't.
Just get me to Plymouth.
I'm fairly certain you can't draw a straight line through those places, but I don't know that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I live
probably
next to
not.
Abington. I know how to get there.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know how to
obviously,
get to
like I know
Situate.
Abington pretty well. We used to go up 18 all the time when we were living in Bridgewater. Like there was a
Yeah.
lot of places we like there was a couple bars we used to go to in Abington, I think. Well, I mean, we would go to the Abington Ale House from time to time. There's Barrett's up there. Um, there was another one that I can't remember, but like we would be in Abington semi frequently. Um, but yeah, I mean, once you get beyond that,
Yeah. Well,
it,
so also the only thing beyond Hingham and Situate is Hull. There's nothing. I mean, the ocean. The ocean is beyond those things.
yeah, yeah.
So then
I mean,
indirectly, I
Marshfield
guess
is down
Europe is
there
beyond those
somewhere.
things.
Duxbury is down there somewhere, but like
Yeah, but it's
again, I
like
don't
south of
care.
all that. So I
Just get me
think,
to Plymouth.
yeah, I think Hull might border Situate.
Uh, yeah, it does. Hull is weird because
It's the hook
it
at the
sticks
top.
out. Yeah, it sticks
Yeah.
out from the land. It's like an isthmus, I believe.
Right. So like so for what you're looking beyond those things, the only place that you've named that's beyond those things is Cohasset's beyond Abington and Hull is beyond Hingham and Situate. Other than that, there's nothing.
Yeah.
And then otherwise you're going south, which that's where Pembroke is somewhere.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm sure someone, but
Clearly not me.
clearly not me.
So yeah, I mean, you got anything else? You want to wrap this up?
We can wrap this up.
All
It's a
right.
second. Do I have my sheet open? Of course not.
Why
Do I
would you?
remember what it was? No, because I wrote it in there a while ago. Oh, yes, very easy. Finally, the deck and the patio are done. thank God. But the fun doesn't stop there. Uh, we put some lights on it, like wedge lights and lights in the stairs. One of the things was defective. Guy came back today, set them all up. One of the wedge lights is defective, so maybe that'll be done by Christmas. I don't know. Rest of it seems to be done, but my irrigation is a fucking mess right now. So I got irrigation coming tomorrow because the landscapers spread loam from all the grass that they disturbed. And when I'm in Ireland, if I don't have working irrigation, all that loam is just going to become dirt.
Yep.
So I need these sprinklers to fucking work. And like someone came to repair them. It wasn't someone that I hired. It was through the big project. One of the sprinkler heads just blew clear off. So
Okay, yeah, you didn't need that.
didn't need that. Washed away a bunch of it. No problem. I let them run the next day because I thought we were every other day. It's not. Same thing. Fucking. I didn't see it. It's early in the morning, but I don't know. I got like a random wet spot that I have a feeling the line might be broken. I got fucking
Jesus.
one sprinkler head that just blew clear off. I got two that definitely aren't working the way they're supposed. I'm like, this sucks. This absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
I do not like projects.
No,
And it's because
no,
I don't have time for this shit.
no, no.
That's the biggest problem is I don't have time to be fucking dealing with this. I also don't like seeing shit in disarray. So yeah, when I come out and the sprinkler head is fucking clear, clean off, I'm like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Now I gotta fix something. Right.
Yep. Call another
Yeah.
person to arrange another time, and I just was like, it needs to be done this week, and it's got to be this one. It's like it's got to be Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, or Thursday afternoon. It has to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you Wednesday morning. Great. Look forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it's like you gotta get that, or you gotta like figure out a way to sort of Mickey Mouse it and kind of,
There ain't no Mickey Mouse in this thing. It is
bubble
fucking
gum.
clear broken.
Yeah.
No, this thing, there's no tape, no gum, no glue, no, this thing is
Nope. No amount
fucking
of paper
broke.
clips are gonna fix
Yeah,
that.
this thing is clean off.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like not similar at all, really, but in a sort of similar of shit just kind of going awry. We have we have a ride on lawnmower, obviously, right? Because we've got a pretty large area that we gotta cut the grass on. And a couple weeks ago, well, at this point, it's probably a couple months ago, I went out and I cut the grass, and Amy said something like, "Did you cut the grass different?" And I was like, "I don't know. What do you mean?" She was like, "It doesn't look even." And I noticed it afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, well, I cut it at on the two level. I usually cut it at three, but like I don't know. I figured I would just cut it at two. It'd be a little bit shorter, and I get a few more days out of it before I have to cut it again." She was like, "All right, well, probably don't cut it on two again." I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So one of the times I was in California, Mary cut the grass for us, and the same thing happened. And they were like, "Well, what the fuck's going on?" Come to find out, there's a tire on the the fucking lawnmower was flat, right? Or going flat. And it was like, so because of that, the thing was tilted. So one side of the grass was being cut lower than the other. So it looked weird, like after you cut it, because it's not even. And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. So like I told I have like an automatic air pump or whatever. So I told Amy like where to get it in the basement. They filled up the tire, they went and cut the grass. There was no problem. So then like a couple weeks ago, I go to cut the grass again and the tire's completely flat, like on the rim, flat. And I'm like, well, I need to cut the grass, and I don't feel like going to Lowe's to find out that they don't have the right tire that I need. So then I have to go to a different place and then spend $70 for a lawnmower tire. Because the other thing too is I'm going to buy two. Like I'm not just going to buy one lawnmower tire so that the next one, like the other one, can just blow out in 2 days, right? So then I'm like, all right, well, I'll just fill it with air. Like I don't care. It's got to leak somewhere clearly, right? Like so I'll just fill it with air and whatever. So I fill it with air, I start cutting, And I look and I'm like, this fucking thing is starting to go flat. So I look up the thing, I find all the specs, the model and everything. And I find out the max PSI for this tire, the specific tire should be 10 PSI. So I said, all right, well, I'm going to fill it to 12 and that'll buy me, a couple extra
Two
laps around
PSIs.
the yard and I won't have to fill it again. So this thing was losing air at a decent clip. So I'm like doing laps around the yard, cutting. So basically, what I ended up doing was every time I emptied the bag in the back, I took the air pump and tied it into the tire and pumped the tire back up. So I was pumping the tire as I'm emptying, letting it sitting there like a fucking loser, waiting for it to fill up, going back around, and that's how I cut the grass the last time I cut it. So you want to talk about clown show? Um,
You can buy a
that's
new
it.
tire
Yeah. No, I haven't bought a new tire yet.
because you're gonna do that fucking charade again.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. But again, I mean it's never ending shit, right? Like the
Nothing ever
we
ends.
had to get the septic, not the septic system itself, but the distribution box was broken. So we had to get that replaced, right? So like the guy comes out in a excavator and he's going over in the yard to like dig out the old one and put the new one in. And then it's a big excavator. So like just leaving tracks in the yard is like ripping up the grass. And there's a spot where he had to like turn the thing. So it totally tore up sections of the yard and the grass. And it's like finally just now the grass is starting to grow back. And it's never ending. Dude, owning a home isn't really all it's cracked up to be. Because
Sucks.
it's always something. It's always something, right? Like the whole thing, we got the insulation last year, but we couldn't insulate everything else. Like the spare room still needs to be insulated. Like it's unbelievable. Like the basement gets water when it rains a lot in the wintertime. Like there's always going to be something. I still haven't finished my garden fence because it's been
I'll just throw that thing away now.
106 degrees for like 2 months.
Hate it.
So now that the weather's finally nice, I'll probably be able to get the fence done, but I won't be able to grow anything in the garden until next year.
Maybe the year after.
Yeah, yeah, who knows? We'll see. So, yeah. I think I'll count that as my final thought. Yeah,
Okay.
there we have it. Um, so yeah, that's it. Thank you. To everybody. Again, whether there's 50 something people that listen to this or 5 people that end up listening to this, who knows? Or all 100 and something that subscribe on all the different platforms. So I have no idea. Um, I appreciate the following, the sticking with us through the early days if you have been, the dark days back in Jamie's room, before it was Jamie's room, down to the dining room, the non-existent dining room, to this house before construction, to your basement during construction in Milton, to now. So, um, yeah, like I said, I appreciate it. Means a lot that you follow two idiots like us. But again, we're not going away forever.
Nope.
So we'll be back. Um, just going to be a little bit more strategic with how we do it. So 700 episodes come to a close.
Kind of a lot.
It's kind of a lot, dude. It's 6 years. We're doing this for 6 years.
I don't like talking. A lot of talking.
It's a lot of fucking talking. Yeah. So that's it. That's going to do it. I'm not even going to say follow us on social media this time because you're not going to see us for a little bit. So, yeah, just to thank you, and I appreciate it. And really, until next time, good night, everybody.